Good morning. It's Saturday, November 25th, 2023. And I've got a few, as usual, projects. But my favorite project is still the Two Story Waterfall Ficus. And it's been out in the sun under the pool cage cover, pool cage screen, now for about a month or two. It's gotten plenty of water and fertilizer, and it is gorgeous. And the leaves are beginning to really harden. I still have wire on most of the branches, but many branches have popped out that are not wired, and I'll get to them. I'll probably rewire it soon. But we'll take a little trip around this one particular magnificent creation of my own personal design. I have never seen this done this way. I'm sure somebody else has done it. There are no new stories, as Sophocles or Socrates or Plato or one of those guys said. The allegory of the caves. Maybe I'm combining my mythic and historic analogies and metaphors together. I don't know. I am prone to do that. But this guy is of my own making completely. And if you followed the story at all, you would know that it started as a small, frail little ficus tree. Right here, this one. Just this. That I stuck in a hole in one of my big boulders, one of my landscaping boulders out front of the house. And for several years it grew unobtrusively. But it was unobtrusive to me until I began to notice it as it sprung a very thin, fibrous, thread-like air root, such as this one right here, that tiny little thing. And one of them came out, and it decided it wanted to go on a trip. And it came out here, and it followed, and it went down over the edge of the boulder. And lo and behold, tiny little air root all by himself, he ended up rooting in the ground below the big boulder. One thing led to another, and he got excited, and he said, I can do it. I can make a new air root trunk. And as the years went by, his brothers and sisters said, I'll go too. And they gathered around him, but he was the first and the largest. And as you can see, he is now magnificent and fully rooted below. His whole family is down there with him, and I feed them regularly as I feed the top. Mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, niece, nephew, plant above. So this is the story of the ficus. It didn't end there, because I said to myself, self, I think that's neat. I can pull the whole thing out of both holes, because remember now I had a hole in the large boulder that the original ficus filled. This one. And I had a hole in the ground that the air root that followed down to the ground below over the edge of the rock that would have been here. So I had in a sense, two plants, but they were connected. They're symbiotic. I think symbiotic. I don't think parasitic. But I might be wrong on that one too. Because I didn't do that well in 8th grade chemistry or botany or biology. 8th grade science, okay. So now what I have is I said to myself, I'm going to turn that into a standalone bonsai, but one that is in 2 pots, and I'm going to maintain the relativity of the height of the first plant and the height or depth of the air root. And so I dug out both, and I lifted the entire piece up into the air, not breaking or straining any of it, and I moved it onto a workbench, and I set them up with the appropriate distance between the two, and I planted both plants in separate but similar pots, and here we are. It's been growing like this for now, I would say, I don't know, it's on my channel, you can go back and see when I first started it, but I'll bet you it's been like this in various locations behind the house for a year and a half maybe, and it's really thriving. And it is my favorite because it's my design. I didn't grow the ficus, the original ficus tree from seed. I didn't do that. But I think it's gorgeous, and I love it. And I hope I don't kill it, because I have done that before. My pyracantha is now a Phoenix graft because I killed it. Overwatered, underwatered, I don't know what, but I do have a beautiful trunk, which I'll show you right now. Let's go there, because that one really, to me, is a work in progress again. I have tried to resurrect it several times. And when I say resurrect, list to Israel. This after 13 were freed yesterday. Talking about Israel. I'll go out here, do my workshop and all the stuff that I've got going, all the extended desert roses, cuttings like crazy, more cuttings. These are all purple bougainvillea cuttings that are just getting started, and they're pushing out. A lot of fiddly fig that I have air layered. But here, look at this. Here's my beautiful Podocarpus with new whips that appear to be growing. That is new growth. I've got them, got the whip jammed into the slot, held in by zip ties. And if I succeed finally after the 3rd iteration on this, I'll be happy about that. But everything looks like it's growing. The very top has new growth, so I'm being very careful not to go too fast with this guy. So I've been 9 minutes, 10 minutes. That's pretty long for me. People get bored after a while. There you go. Straight from someplace in Southwest Florida. And look at this. The lone beautiful flower on this vine. I'm growing a lot of these now. Little seed pods. Look at this. Here they are. And grow very easily. And I chopped my Suriname cherry way back and took a lot of the seeds. I'm growing new Suriname cherry. But I could go on and on. I like fooling around. Here's that vine, and as you can see, I braided it, and I've got it growing out of 3 pots. I like to do little experiments like that. Kind of fun. Okay, had enough? Goodbye.